I'm excited to talk about this film. I got to catch it yesterday, and it was really quite the blast. What
Yeah.
about it really caught your attention to want to be a part of it?
Oh, well, so much of it. I think, I mean, if you strip it all back, the fact it's a murder mystery is just, I've grown up watching them on TV, and to be part of one is, so exciting. And the fact it's a comedy, which is obviously what I'm sort of done before and which I love doing. So combining both was sort of a rare opportunity, and it just works so well together. It's you see a lot of the straightforward, serious whodunits, but coming at it from a funny angle is just so refreshing. And the script was brilliant, of course. So yeah.
So, what is it then like trying to find that right balance between this sort of, like you say, a serious whodunit with the more comedic elements of the script?
Well, yeah, for Mark, who's the writer, it must be. There's so many beats you have to hit, really, isn't there? It has to be for an effective, satisfying murder mystery. You have to hit those beats, and it's got to be really well plotted and structured, and you can't give the game away too early. And not only are you doing that, but you have to make it funny, which is really, really tricky. But he does it so well with the way it's pitched, and the fact a murder mystery is a great vehicle to sort of meet various interesting characters that come and go, and an array of characters as well. So it sort of works perfectly for comedy, especially character comedy. Um, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun to do.
So, your character specifically, not diving into spoilers, but your character is really quite the interesting one throughout the story. What was it like getting to the heart of him as he went through this, really turbulent time?
Yeah, it was sort of I mean the character I play is sort of like a bumbling sort of theatre usher from sort of the West Country, who's sort of an avid sort of theatre fan, but sort of like his way in is being the usher. So he's not a character you really see center stage, but he's often sort of lurking in the wings and stuff, which is quite nice. But no, I mean it was a character that I didn't feel was a million miles away from myself, but you definitely go on a journey with him, and a lot is revealed, and it's sort of, and what's lovely about the film, which is another added layer, is sort of the heartfelt stuff, and there's a lot of that. So it's sort of it's a really well-rounded sort of film to watch.
Now, as a fan of murder mysteries, as you mentioned, when you were reading the script, what was your initial reaction to when you figured out who done it? Did you see it coming while you were reading it, or were you surprised when you got there?
Well, do you know what? I knew who had done it before I read the script, which is a shame. So I didn't have that feeling, but it was also nice sort of working backwards and seeing how you got to that moment. So that was interesting nonetheless.
What would you say was who was your favorite performer to work alongside throughout this amazing ensemble that you had in this film?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's an incredible cast. I'm a huge fan of Adrian Brody, so to do a scene with him was, quite something. And seeing how he works and his methods, and because you're just so used to seeing him through a screen, but when you're there in the room and he's looking you in the eyes, it's just the most surreal experience. What a phenomenal actor! Just brought so much to that part, and that's the thing. I think that's what everyone did, because it's quite easy for something like this to become an ensemble of sort of caricatures that don't have much depth, but everyone brought themselves to those roles, which was really lovely, and it definitely it made it feel more real, I suppose. Yeah.
Now, with promoting a murder mystery, I mean, how hard is it for you to want to hold in the spoilers from the theater, especially as Sam kind of turns towards the end of the film and says, "Hold on."
Oh my God, it's really hard. I mean, even telling friends and family, it's sort of like you just want to sort of be the one that spoils it. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think people watching it, there's some people that love to try and work it out straight away who it is, but which isn't, I think the best thing about this is just enjoying the ride and going with it, and because there's lots of twists and turns and pleasant surprises. So sometimes you can get caught up and try to figure out it is too soon. But yeah, I recommend you just sort of enjoy the story and go with it.
Well, I know I certainly did, and I think people who love the genre certainly will. And I look forward to spreading the word about it. Charlie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.